When starting your business, it can be very, very overwhelming not knowing what structure to pick for your business. So today we're going to look at all three structures that will suit your business, which one your business model falls into, and they are sole trader, general partnership, and limited liability company. Let's look at the pros and cons of each and see what suits your business model. So the first business is sole trader. What are the pros and cons of being a sole trader? Let's look at the pros. The first one is you do not need to file tax returns at the end of the year. So you do not need an accountant. You just need to be good at accounting or have a bookkeeping service. This is a particularly low cost business to get off the ground, very easy to get started, and can catapult you a little bit quicker than if you were setting up a limited liability company. Your earnings remain private, so they're not out for public consumption, which is nice. And you also don't need to register as an employer. That is one nice pro of being a sole trader. Some of the cons of being a sole trader are that all your profits are taxed at your current income rate. All of them. So be it 20% and then up to 40% and 52%, whatever your current income tax bracket is, all of your profits are taxed at that. Your income is also not tax deductible, and you are personally liable for the debts of your business, which can be very costly if something goes south. General partnership pros are there are two people involved in running the company. This is perfect if you are two people of equal standing and you just want to combine. If you're two people who have businesses that are the same and you want to come together and run your business as equals, it is perfect. You're also under the same structure as a sole trader, whereas in a partnership, if one person is liable for the behavior of both. So it is good because, there's strength in numbers. So the cons are very similar to being a sole trader, and there's a lot of trust required for a general partnership. So you have to have full trust and full openness with your partner in order for it to be a success. Also, another con is that both people are personally liable for the debts of the business, which unfortunately is a bit of a nuisance. Let's talk limited liability company. So the pros, my favorite pro is, it says it in the title, your liability is limited to the company. So nobody is taking your house if something goes south. It is all limited to the walls of the business, and anything outside of that is completely separate. That is great comfort, especially if you're in the world of aesthetics or you're in the world where you feel like you could be sued easily. This is the option for you. The other thing is that you are separate to your business, hence the limited liability, that it's separate to you, and that goes for your income as well. So your income tax, not all of your profits are taxed at your income tax rate. Only your income is taxed at that rate, and then everything that's left in the business is taxed at the lower rate of, in Ireland it's about 12%. I could be wrong, I'm terrible at money, but I'm pretty sure that it is as low as that. I think this point is debatable, but some people say that a limited company has a greater standing with the public. It may not. I'm not overly sure. There's a very clear legal structure to the business in that you know who the directors are, you know who the shareholders are, you know who the secretary is. So it's a lot clearer, the structure of the business. And they are the pros of a limited liability company. Some cons to having a limited company are, it can get a bit expensive because you need accountants to file your tax returns every year, and that can run into the thousands very quickly. It is a necessary avenue that you need to go down though, unfortunately. Also, all of those filings are public, so none of your financial information, your company's financial information is private anymore. It's all in the public domain, available to be purchased and viewed. Your business will also be subject to penalties for any late filings, unfortunately. And yeah, they're the main negatives are probably the cost of running the business as opposed to a sole trader where it's very much straightforward. There aren't many costs at all as long as you have a good bookkeeper. So for your medical aesthetics business, which is the best one for you, I would recommend limited liability from the beginning. And that is because if things are going to go wrong, they are most likely going to go wrong when you're starting out and you're finding your feet and you cannot read a bad client before they come through your door, or you're just not confident in a procedure. That's when things can go wrong. Also, if you are taking time, or you don't have a massive client base, so you're not practicing that often, you might feel a bit rusty, you might, something might go wrong then, or you don't deal with a patient or a client in the way you should, as in, speaking to them to put them at ease or anything like that. And that is when you just don't want to be sued and, for something that could be avoided. And if you want to limit the liability. Always limit the risk. So yeah, I would always recommend limited liability company for any medical aesthetic professional.